Tylerfest, 2016. Here's the poem I read around the campfire. It's called Repple Depple. I didn't go to your party because it was 6 p.m. and I would have arrived looking like 2 a.m. When synthetic beings are finally realized, all their stories will already be cliché. Spoiler alert. Do not become the play I don't want to write. Bored again. Clearly. Another famcation in Fort Walton Beach, writing first lines to poems that I will never finish. Talking with my dad about Darwin, Indians, and the Galapagos. He's been watching the Travel Channel again. But that is better than the Limbaugh, O'Reilly, Hannity shit he usually watches, and it makes me happy. It's been a long time since we talked at all. 4 years, in fact, ever since I came out loudly to my family at age 45 in a firehouse sub shop, using the revelation like a dagger to shame my family who dissed Michelle Obama while eating their hook and ladder club sandwiches. My mother and sister both said they always knew anyway. My dad said nothing for 4 years. So this is kind of a small big deal, I guess. Then he asks me with an eerie certainty, did I know that mermaids are real? Oh no, I think. Not the Travel Channel too. And then an epiphany. Maybe it was better when he didn't talk to me. I seem to get epiphanies every day now, like bowel movements. I am regular with regards to my realizations. Like only now do I realize how small my father has become. Black striped robe swallowing him like he battled a really fat zebra and lost. His cane a rickety extension of his shrinking arms, white-bearded and bald, wizard-looking motherfucker. Holding court in his smoking courtyard, telling me stories between raspy drags on filterless Pall Malls about things like Ronson lighters, battleships in mothballs, and Repple Depple. Ronson lighters, apparently, were the Zippo of my dad's day, and he misses them. A lot. Like really a lot. That is basically the gist of the 15 minutes he spends on the subject. And just as he was about to lose me, is that Mom I hear calling? He shoehorns the conversation into World War II, reminiscing about the big battleships, many that are now in mothballs, retired or sunk to make artificial reefs. The USS Missouri, the Alabama, and the QE-1, which was the ship that took his father away and never brought him back. Repple Depple is where the QE-1 took my grandfather. Repple Depple is service slang for a recruitment depot, a kind of military purgatory where you wait in limbo until they need more people to kill or be killed. Repple Depple is where my grandfather remained until being called up for the Omaha Beach invasion as part of the 29th Infantry. He went ashore on the second day of the attack and survived to battle through the hedgerows, making it to St. Lo and Operation Cobra, where 136 Americans died and 3 times that many were wounded by friendly fire, as American MP bombers came in the wrong way and unknowingly unloaded on their own troops, my grandfather among them. He would survive, only to return to battle, fight through Belgium and make it into Germany, the birthplace of his own grandfather, and that is where he would die, stabbed to death on December 4th, 10 days before the Battle of the Bulge. My grandfather spoke German, and my dad believes that his father was sent ahead to infiltrate, was discovered, and killed. That's why I never wanted to learn a foreign language, my dad says, though I suspect he has just made that shit up. Never repeat the mistakes of your father, he opines, completely oblivious as to how ironic it is for him to say that. I leave him in the courtyard thinking to myself that Repple Depple is where I have been for these last 4 years of silence between my dad and I. And now that he has called me up for battle, I wonder how long it will be before I get wounded by his friendly fire. It's a short wait. Later that day, I am watching RuPaul's Drag Race with my sister and niece when he comes into the room. Stares at the TV for a few minutes, and then comically realizes what he is watching and turns to me and says, "What?" You're a cross-dresser too. Baby steps, I tell myself. Baby steps. My father's right about one thing. We all go to our graves trying not to repeat the mistakes of our fathers and mothers, fully knowing we probably won't be successful, as death is the only mistake we won't make twice.